Welcome everybody to Vector Sim Racing League, where we take the Indy Car Series to No Limits, Texas. Race number 5 on the season. I did send a link at the bottom, should be near the description area, where we do have the current standings updated. I know I've been talking about it quite a bit in the past races, but it is there for everybody to see. Just click on it and you should have access to it. But it is hot here at No Limits, Texas. Track temp currently is 138 degrees, which means these cars are going to be sliding around, especially in 1 and 2, where passing will be next to impossible. Matt Brewer did put it on pole, running a 25.06. Starting second will be the 25 of Daniel Menzies. Starting third, the 3 of Brian Edwards. Starting fourth, race admin Garrett Helmlinger. Starting fifth, the paint scheme making machine, the number 31 of Ryan Depew. Starting sixth, the 51 of Morgan Cook. Starting seventh is Roger Saucier. Starting eighth is the 12 of Taylor Woods. Ninth is the 17 of Tyler Isley. 10, the 5 of Reed Jackson. Starting 11th is the 22 of Hans Walter. Starting 12th, making his second start in the Vector Sim Racing League, is the 22 of Hans Walter. No, of the 71 of Sam Hines. Starting 13th is the 74 of Scott Segrist. And 14th, the 6 of Steve Berube. Let's go on board here. Should go up to the leader of Matt Brewer. As all we wait for now is for that pace truck to make that hard left turn onto pit road so we can get this race started. A lot of passing tonight, a lot of drafting tonight. Passing will be difficult, but I do expect plenty of it. Pace car is off.
Green flag.
And we are green from Texas Motor Speedway. Already you see they're going to start fanning out. We have one already spinning, going down. Looks like that's the 74. He is rolling. Barely. Let's go back to the racing action. Matt Brewer continues to lead. Right behind him is still the 25 of Daniel Menzies. And Brian Edwards is also still following close. See, we already have a pack of 4 getting out in front of everybody. Now, I do believe tonight, after watching practice throughout the week, you will see the second lane in 1 and 2 actually be the preferred. Riding the bottom, if you are the leader with clean air, will be the best line. But if you're trying to make passes, clean air to the nose will be key. These cars will wash up the track quite a bit. Right here, you see the 31 of Ryan Depew sitting behind his teammate, the 77 of Garrett Helmlinger. On board with the 77 here. You see he's in 4th, back up to 5th. It looks pretty smooth right there. But right here in 1 and 2, after they pass the line, coming to lap 4 of 134 scheduled, you'll see he'll run a little bit higher, and he should downshift to 4th, you see. Hang out right about there, but there will be wash. Dirty air on the nose of these Indy cars at Texas and other ovals. You see them just go straight to the wall, almost like they have no grip. Let's go to the back of the pack a little bit and see. Right here we have the 22 of Hans Walter following the 71 of Sam Hines, who's already made some moves. He's already up 4 positions from the start. Hans Walter is up 2. I see the 51 may have come down pit road as well. He is shown a lap down, so he'll be out running his own pace laps, or his own qualifying laps to try to catch up to the field. Already you see Garrett, he's going to try to make a move to the bottom and make a pass in the middle of 3 and 4. See if he can get it done. He kind of washes up the track a little bit. He's trying to hug that bottom. The pass will not be made. He'll sit back into 4th place. Ryan Depew did lose a spot. Looks like to the 7 on the last lap. So Ryan Depew now sitting in 6th. Matt Brewer continues to lead on lap 8. '17 washes up, and the 71 actually will pass him, so the 71 will take another position. That'll put him in 7th. Sam Hines had a really fast car in practice, and qualifying, he qualified quite poorly, so I don't know if it was an issue or if he just wanted to start in the back to see if he can make some passes, but he is on a mission to get up toward the front. Go up here. Looks like the 77 is still trying to make moves on the 25. 25 does still have the preferred line around the outside. Garrett tries to stick his nose up front. He isn't clear quite yet, and they should be even coming out of 4 to the line. And I think the 77 will yield that position to try to set up for another 3 and 4 pass. This is actually the most action we have on track right here. Everyone else is pretty spaced out. So we'll sit here with the 77 and the 25. See the 77. Trying to make the move around the outside. The 25 is coming up the track a little bit with the big run here from Garrett. It just looks like he loses some of his run. And settles back in. So that's what I mean from earlier, that passing will be difficult. So maybe the best thing to do is try to do crossovers, get underneath some cars, because we saw Garrett try to pass on the outside, it didn't quite work. You see him trying the inside here. He is underneath the 25. I do believe the 25 is clear. So Garrett's still in 4th, trying to get to that 3rd position in that Plucker's car. And he'll settle back in. Right behind him is the 7, who has picked up 2 positions, now running in 5th. Of Taylor Woods has made a move around the 6 to be running top 10. Right now, with it being summertime in Texas, the track temp will continue to go up. It is now 91 degrees outside, but the track temp is now at 139, and I only expect that to get hotter as the day goes on. Is now going to try to make a move around the 31 of Ryan Depew. Dive it to the inside. I think Ryan Depew might let him just have this position. He'll go up the track and come back down just to be able to keep that draft. Actually, he tries a crossover. He's actually going to stay. Oh. I don't know who that was. 22, maybe? It was the 22. Came up and hit the wall. He's going to try to make it to pit road. Right front is shot. Oh, now he's sliding. He'll get it moving. So we will stay green. Back up front, you see the 2 of Matt Brewer. The camera was glitched out there for a second. You also have Brian Edwards still following. He's about a 1.5 seconds behind. The 25 has pretty much cleared the 77. 77 has backed off quite a bit. So the 25 is still sitting 3rd with Garrett sitting right behind him in 4th. The 7 is sitting in 5th. And then, like I said, the 71 making moves. He is now up to 6th when he started 12th. So he's already gained 6 positions in this race. Ryan DePew, who just let him by, is sitting right behind him in 7th place. The 17 of Tyler Icy sitting in 8th, and the 9th place is Tyler Woods, who has gained another position. He was sitting 10th. He is now, I believe, actually, they gained positions from the 22 hitting the wall. So that's how they gained positions. See, Reed Jackson here sitting in 11th, the last car on the lead lap. One thing I am interested in is if the leaders can actually pass lap traffic, because everybody behind them struggles to try to get around them in that dirty air. So can the leaders get around the lappers in a timely manner? That should take a couple of laps till he gets there. We'll do a ride-on with the 2 with Matt Brewer on lap 22. I think we'll see everybody tonight go from 5th down to 4th. So the 71 of Sam Hines did end up passing the 7 of Roger Saucer. And now Ryan DePew is going to go underneath him to take that position from him. So Ryan DePew in the 31 is now sitting P6. See here, the 22 is trying to catch back up to the 51 to be the first car a lap down. See just in front of him there. That's the 51 of Morgan Cook. Sitting just in front of him. Back here we have a battle for the 8th position. Tyler Isley and Taylor Woods are dueling it out. The 12 of Taylor Woods is going to try to go underneath and try to slide up. I don't think he's clear enough yet. He will have the position at the line. He actually eased off to let the 17 back in front of him. Here's race admin Garrett Helmlinger racing in P4 still. And Sam Hines, who's now up to 5th, is right behind him. And Ryan DePew is also joining. So these are 3 cars battling for 4th, 5th, and 6th. Right on board with the 71 as he tries to pass the 77 on lap 28 of 134. He's got to ease off. You see he went up toward the track. And that actually lets the 31 get closer to try to make a move. With the track temp now being 140 degrees, these cars and their tires are going to get cooked. So, normally a lot of these tracks, you see the 71 is back up against the wall again. He's not making entry into the corners very well right now. So he will lose that position to the 31. So the 31 is now sitting P5. But these tires are getting cooked so much that normally in these races you can try to just run it on fuel strategy. But instead tonight they will be making pit stops based off needs of tires for grip in corner. See, the 31's getting real low and hugging the line, whereas the 71 continues to go up toward the wall every single time in 1 and 2. Now remember, Texas has a different layout than most mile and a halves. They have two, so on both sides of the track, turns 1 and 2 is much flatter compared to 3 and 4. So, what does that mean? The racers, or these drivers, have to race every part of the track differently. So, how would you do that? Well, let's ride on board here with the leader. This is 1 and 2. You can see he had to let off. He's going to have to downshift into 4.
Yellow flag is out.
And the flat caution has come out. I do believe I saw the 22. He's already around right there. I think he was just loose. You saw him drifting off the edge, off the exit of 2, and then just snap corrected it. And actually did a pretty good job about not hitting the wall until there. Gets it rolling. Well, that was interesting. Here they come down pit road. A lap 33 of 134. Should be 4 tires and fuel from all the drivers. Two of Matt Brewer will be off smooth. Brian Edwards will also meet him off, and it looks like Garrett Hemlinger will pick up a position on pit road. He'll go from 4th to 3rd. And with that, we are going to take a break. You're watching Vector Sim Racing Network. Welcome back to Texas Motor Speedway, where VSRL is live in the Indy Car Series. On the last pit stop, we saw the 2 and the 3 remain in the same position. The 77 and the 31 actually did pass the 25. And that's how they are wrapping up the top 5 right now. Pace car is off.
Green flag, green flag.
And we're back racing on lap 37 of 134 in No Limits, Texas. Already you see the 2 of Matt Brewer get out and find that clean air, and he's running away from everybody. Brian Edwards is right behind him, about 9/10 of a second. Garrett had a decent restart there. He's sitting about a second and a half back. See the 25 is trying to catch back up to the 31, Ryan DePew. He goes underneath in 1 and 2. I think Ryan DePew's going to have that position to save his tires a little bit. Actually tries a little Dale Earnhardt crossover here. Dive it down in 3 and 4. And he should be able to pass. He can slide up and have that position back. So Ryan DePew remains in P4, coming to the line. See the 71 at the bottom of 1 and 2, trying to pass the 7. He will have that spot. He'll sit in P6. The 7 tries to dive it back down. He'll dive down in 3 and 4. Try to take that position back. He's going to try to slide. I think the 71 should have the run on the outside here. He'll keep position 6 on the 7. And up front, Brian Edwards is actually reeling in Matt Brewer. Interested to see what he's going to do here to try to make this pass. You see he washed. He's losing time to the 2. 3 and 4. Way more banking to hold it wide open. Not have the downshift. Should have a run here. Downshift to 4. Just think the 3's losing too much time in the middle of 1 and 2. Here the 71 and the 7 are still dueling it out for 6th place. The 7 got him that time around. 71 goes up into like groove number 3. I think this is the setup to the next turn. He'll get that big run and he'll shoot down to the bottom in 3 and 4. Try to keep that momentum. I think it's so hot and slick that I do think the preferred line is groove 2 all around the track. Oh, the 7 actually blinked out. He's back in front of the 71. I think the 71 did let him go through with that connection blink. See the 17 and 6 back here for 9th and 10th. Six brought a National Guard scheme to Texas Motor Speedway this week. Back up with the 25. Sitting P4. Ryan DePew just behind him in P5. So Matt Brewer, right now, is running 25 3s. Everybody else is running 25 4s and 25 7s. That's a glitch again. Matt Brewer with the fastest lap of the race at a 25.281. Last lap around, the 3 was quicker. Sniper Man, yeah, rubbing his racing. Trying to find some action for y'all as everybody is pretty spaced out here. See right there, the 25, the 31, and the 7 are coated under a blanket in the middle of 1 and 2. The 7 is going to try to go around the outside of the 31 to dive it around. Actually had some really good momentum there. So he'll take 5th from Ryan Depew, and now he has his eyes set on 4th, trying to take it away from Daniel Menzies. See, the 31's now going to try to make a move, but the 7 does get around for 4th, as he'll now move his eyes up to the 77 for P3. The 7 is the fastest on track right now. He has run 4 consecutive laps, being the fastest on track. He's running 25.543s. Garrett in front of him just ran a 25.7. So see what he can do here. See, the 7 is coming to the line for 52 laps to go from No Limits, Texas. And with them racing, it actually brings the 25 in closer. See the 7 here. Looks like he blinked out a little bit right there. He's going to try to pass around the outside of the 77. I don't think he'll have it this time around. '77 to Gary Humlinger. Continues to run the bottom, trying to hold off the 7 and the 25. 7 dives it down in 3 and 4 to try to make this run here. Garrett stays higher. I don't think the 7 is clear yet. He is not. The 77 now. Gonna try to make a run on the outside. 7 clears him, and here comes the 25. The 25 is now going to dive underneath the 77 and try to take that away as well. That'll put Garrett in 5th, and he's got both of them. But Garrett fights back on the outside. He goes way up by the wall. The other 2 are down toward the bottom. You actually saw the 25 wash up a little bit, get in front of Garrett. I think Garrett let off and let these 2 battle it out. Why not? '25 was watching the 7 absolutely make moves and said, well, I want to get involved with this. So the 7, since the green flags come back out, has made up 4 positions. The 25 washes up, almost makes contact with the 7. 7 with a good save. 25 did a good job doing his best to avoid. See the 77 now, seeing what he just saw. Maybe he can try to make a move on the 25 and get around him to take 4th away. Remember, so Jackson, so what they do here is some of these tracks, there's someone makes the setup in the league, and they'll actually give it out for everybody to use. So Garrett will import it to the session and everybody can use that setup. And there's certain things you can tamper with inside of the car. So if you're at a road course and you brake heavy, you can lighten up your brake bias. You can change the ratio of how much your wheel rotates. So 10 to 1, 9 to 1, maybe you're 12 to 1. So that's one thing you can set up. And then you can kind of mess with like the toe a little bit, but most of the time it's usually a fixed setup on a lot of these tracks. And then so they try to keep the cars as even as possible, so it all comes down to the driver's ability. So for, say, tonight, Matt Brewer is a really good oval racer. We've seen this all year, all season long, and he just comes out to these ovals and he just dominates. He's just really good. So we talked about him. Let's go back up there and look at him real quick, if it'll switch to it. Here you're seeing the two of Matt Brewer. Still leading from Texas. Been a dominant performance thus far. .29 laps run on this set of tires. He's making it look like it's still his first lap. Sitting in second, Brian Edwards. He's having a good race. He's currently 3 seconds behind the two of Matt Brewer. Sitting back here in third, you see the 7 still being attacked by the 25. They are 6 seconds behind the leader. 6 and 7 seconds behind the leader. And you saw Garrett right there. Garrett was third. He is now 5th. Now being attacked by his teammate, Ryan Depew, who's right behind him here. You saw Ryan Depew actually go through the grass there. Yeah, no problem. You see the 6. I do believe the 6 is a lap down. No, he's actually 2 laps down. And he's going to let that lapper go by. There's no need wrecking your stuff when you're racing for position. Oh, here we go again. Let me get these removed. I think I got him removed. We'll see. There should be another attack when we're a little bit closer to the end of the race. Dude. Okay. I think I got the messages removed. off of there. But yeah, if any of y'all ever have questions, just send it into the broadcast. Give me something to talk about. Yeah, absolutely. I'll try to answer your questions to the best of my abilities. Let's go back to the racing action. I did turn away for a little bit. I do see the 17 is on pit road. Let's go check on him. I think this is a scheduled stop. He has run... Yeah, he ran 38 laps, so he'll come to pit road here, get his 4 tires and fuel. You'll see him rolling back off, passing the pace trap back on the track. So this should mean the leaders are going to have to pit soon. So you see right here is the 2 of Matt Brewer. Right behind him is the 25. The 25 did pit as well. So the 25 now sitting 10th after his pit stop. He's 2 laps down. Coming to the line here, we should have 61 laps to go around No Limits, Texas. Track temp is still sitting about 141 degrees. Look, I live in Texas, and I can tell you, it's hot. So, there's no surprise here, since we are running a noon race, it's hot. So that track temp being 141 is very believable. At the beginning of practice, track temp was about 130. So, we've already seen from the time practice has started, all the way through qualifying to this point where we are right this moment, 141 degrees. The track temp has increased by 11 degrees. So if these guys put in a lot of practice during, or if they put in a bunch of laps during practice, and then you add some more degrees, the balance of that car can be thrown off a little bit, especially the more and more you use these tires. So you have hotter tires on a hotter racetrack, it can get slick, which is why we saw that the 22 did spin out earlier, and that's what his problem was. So I was thinking the 2 was going to pit here at some point. I don't see that. The 3 is now on pit road, so we will go and look at him, make sure watch his pit stop. With him on track now, I do believe we'll see the 2 come on pit road in the next couple laps. Three's off. He'll be a whole lap down. The 2 is right behind him on track. 2 has run 45 laps on this set of tires. He does have a little bit of a buffer because he was so dominant early in this race that he was out 4 seconds on second place. So he's able to stay out a little bit longer. Compared to if they were dueling it out, he would have to come to pit road almost immediately, if not before the guy he's battling with, to try to put pressure. But he'll be able to stay out. He actually is going to come to pit road now. He goes down the back. That is one of the rules here at VSRL, is you have to enter on the back straightaway. So you have to drive that apron all the way around. We'll see if he locks it up. That looked really smooth to me. He'll make that really slow crawl all the way down pit road where he'll take 4 Firestone tires and fuel. So he made it 47 laps on this cycle. We have 55 laps to go. Oh, he went too far, so I have to back it up a little bit. That's going to cost him a little bit of time. Not much. He goes back out. The 3 is just now at the start-finish line. So the 2 is going to beat him out easy. Now we have the 12 of Taylor Woods leading the way. You see right in front of him was the 2 of Matt Brewer. So the 12 might be staying out here as long as he can. Maybe a caution comes out. He can keep everybody laps down. But you're going to see, we'll go on board here. He's having to let off, downshift, and the 2 is putting in qualifying laps now, and he's going to be gone. So the 2 will be the leader after everything shapes out the way it is. Here you see is the 31, sitting in second behind Taylor Woods, about 2.5 seconds behind. He too needs to pit here. They are both on 50 lap stops. So what they're trying to do here is cut this last segment in half. So what they did at the caution, they decided, hey, we have about 100 laps left. We need to cut it in half in order to make it all the way there. So Ryan Depew will pit here, and he'll run the remaining, say, 50 laps on that one set. Whereas everybody else that already pitted, they might have to run another stop. So this could give the race to the 31 if everything stays green. Actually, I want to look at his right front. Look at the thread. You can see his tires are absolutely getting destroyed. He needs to pit very soon. His tire might actually be going down right now. He needs to pit as soon as possible. I was trying to make sure if it wasn't, like, I thought I was crazy there for a little bit, but that right front is cooked. So here's that tire. And then here is the 2's tire, just for comparison. Huge difference in tires there. So the 12 has pitted. That'll put him probably all the way back in about 8th place. The 77 of Garrett Helmlinger actually had a decent cycle there. After the 31 pits, he should be sitting P3, which is a great recovery after he was getting absolutely fetched by everybody behind him earlier in the race. So I do see the 31 is on pit road. Should be 4 tires and fuel. Look at that tire. Brand new. I just wanted y'all to see that. And after the cycle, Ryan Depew is back on track. I do believe he will cycle out to be about 8th or 7th here. Click on exciting. He's actually going to drop back to 9th. He'll be a lap down. So staying out as long as he did, yes, it cost him a bunch of time. Right, here's the 2 of Matt Brewer coming down the back straightaway. Just now entering 3 and 4. Here's the 2nd place car. Brian Edwards just now exiting 2. Just now going to 3 and 4. The 77 right behind him in 3rd. Next we have the 17 of Tyler Isley sitting in 4th. Right behind him is the 25 of Daniel Menzies sitting in 5th. Now in 6th, the 71 of Sam Hines. He's about 14.5 seconds behind the leader. Sitting in 7th is the 12 of Taylor Woods, sitting about 21 seconds behind the leader. 8th is the 6 of Steve Berube. And ninth, the first car a lap down. The paint scheme making machine is Ryan Depew. Sitting in 10th, rounding out 10th. The last car running is the 5 of Reed Jackson. So the last time the league came to Texas Motor Speedway, and if you weren't a viewer then, you would have seen the racing was really tight and there was a ton of passing. Why isn't that the way it is now? Well, for one, Garrett changed up the time of day to be noon in the middle of summer, which I don't know if any of y'all live in Texas, but it kind of sucks here in the summer. It is hot, it is dry. Right now we're going through a drought, so it's way too hot for June. So it says it is 91 degrees. Track temp is actually going down. It's about 137 now. So the car is struggling to find grip. And why else could it be different? iRacing loves updates, and they do updates all of the time. And what do they do during these updates? They mess with anything, whether it's wings, it could be even how much the track can change over a certain amount of time. But the biggest thing, they love to change the setups on the cars. So they may have made it a little bit harder to race. You used to be able to hold 5th and even grab 6th gear around here. Now you're 5th and then downshifting to 4th with how hot it is, and you're running the second groove. Normally, where would they be running? Right where that white line is at the very bottom, the solid white line. That's where they would want to keep that car as long as possible. You see the 71 dives down here. That's about where you would run most of the time. But today, everybody's been kind of sneaking up. You'll see there's a black seal in 1 and 2 here. See that black seal right there? Not where the black roof, right where his lefts are. You want to keep the lefts right above that. Right here, you see, with 37 laps to go, we're riding with the 17 of Tyler Isley, who is running 4th, trying to catch the 77. That's right, the league admin, Garrett Helmlinger, just in front of him in that Pluckers machine. None of you know Garrett. Garrett loves him some Pluckers, so I'm not surprised at all that he did bring the Plucker scheme out at No Limits, Texas. And with how the racing is going now, looks like actually the 77 and the 17. So as I said that, the 17 will make the pass on Garrett Humlinger to take 3rd away. But let's actually give everybody some TV time with their paint schemes. So, what better? Let's start with the 2 of Matt Brewer with a Verizon scheme today. You see the Verizon scheme quite a bit in Indy Car Series. Next, we'll go on board with Brian Edwards. Beautiful pink scheme he brought again. Sirius XM scheme. We'll go to the 17. Looks like he does actually have a scheme. It's just a red out. But the scheme doesn't make you compete any better. It's definitely the driver. So I understand that. Right here, we'll go to the 77 to Gary Helmlinger. Like I told you, he loves him some Pluckers. So here is the Pluckers car. Blue, yellow nose, giant Pluckers on the side. Right behind him, you see the 71. Sam Hines is actually getting involved here. He just blinked out a little bit. But this is actually a custom scheme made by Ryan Depew. I said that he likes to make schemes. So he did that yet again, but he did it for one of the other racers. If anybody in the league needs a paint scheme made, go hit up Ryan Depew. I call him the paint scheme making machine for a reason. He knows what he's doing. Sam Hines is actually a sprint car racer on dirt. So he has real life racing experience. This is slightly different, obviously, being a paved surface. But he does have some experience. Next, we'll go to the 25. A little iRacing scheme he's got going today. actually see the 12 make a pass on him right there. Man, these guys are going 200 plus around here. It's hard for me to see what the scheme is. Let's try to see if I can. Nope, that did nothing. That did nothing either. A direct supply, Bit Nile car, Ernity. That's the 12. Actually, I saw the 5 go around them. He's in the Hawk. This is a scheme that Reed Jackson actually picked out this week to run here. What can't you hear? Me? Seven. Well, I can't really show anybody else. Everybody else has exited the track. So 27 laps to go. Garrett pitted here, so that's that pit stop I was talking about. So Matt Depew is now ahead of him. He's only a lap back. Garrett Helmlinger's now 2 laps back. I think Ryan Depew might be able to make it to the end here. He may have strategized this in the perfect way. I mean, I can crank me up, but then I'm too loud. Am I the quiet one, or the car's too quiet? See right here, riding on board with, or riding with the 17, and it just now switches. So never mind what I was about to say. Well, I cranked it up. I don't know. Do I sound better now? I know the car sounds quiet because iRacing does it to where they're freaking quiet. I don't know what to do. Check this out. Hang on. Try that. Is that louder? And I can't hear anything now, but I don't have. No idea. Hopefully it's fine. Kind of like zoned out there for the last, I don't know, 20 laps. But the 2 of Matt Brewer is still leading the race with 18, coming to 17 laps to go around Texas Motor Speedway. He is on 39 laps on this strategy. Ryan DePew, who I said earlier we need to watch out for with his strategy, he is now sitting 3rd. He's still a lap behind, but if the 2 comes to pit road, looks like the 2 is going to come to pit road right here. So Ryan DePew can make this work. Here comes the 2 to pit road, like I said. .31 just unlapped himself. Still going the slow 55 around pit road. Let's stop. So the 12 will be the leader now. Ryan DePew actually just went around him, but the problem is 16 laps to go. Jackson, can you give me a quality, like sound quality? Because I don't know if they're messing around or not. Alright, back to TV2. Ryan DePew sitting in 2nd. He's got about 4 seconds behind him to the 2 of Matt Brewer. He's really trying to make it work here. The 12 might also be trying to stay out here. The 12 is on 39, so he came in 2 laps before Ryan DePew. So now we're having a strategy race. The whole time we had the 2 of Matt Brewer. So Matt Brewer was dominating this race, but he had to pit in the way that the 31 and the 12 ran out the cycle before this. They can make it to the end. They ran about 50 and 51 laps to each. So right now they are on 40 lap old stints. With 10 laps to go, they should be able to make it. It's just if the 2 doesn't pass them. And we saw the end of that. The 31 was really struggling with that right front. So actually, let's go look at the 31 and look at that right front. You don't see any of the severe wear like we did see earlier. Go to the 12, who's currently leading. He'll dive it down into 1 and 2. I do believe we're going to have a little bit of a pass here. You see the 2 go right on board. Right in front of him is the 31 of Ryan Depew. 7 laps to go. Can Ryan Depew stay in front of him? I just don't think so. I do believe the 2 will get around him, but then the timing is, can he catch up to the car in front of them? The 31 needs a miracle, and the 12 needs a miracle. They're about 2 seconds behind. The 2 dives below the 31. The 31 is going to let him go. So P2 now belongs to the 2 of Matt Brewer. To the 12. Just now on the exit. Right behind him, you see the 2 of Matt Brewer trying to catch him. The 12's going to put in the fastest laps he could possibly run. 4 laps to go. You see the 2. Now about 2 tenths behind him. Big run. Coming on the outside. The 2 will pass him. 3 laps to go. The 2 of Matt Brewer gets the lead back. Fresh tires were money there. He was about 11 to 12 seconds behind the 12 who stayed out that entire stint. But it's not going to be good enough as the 2 fiddle switch. 2 laps to go from Texas. Matt Brewer has been dominant. Top 3 in practice. He puts it on pole in qualifying. Start of the race. Gets one hell of a start to put it out. White flag is out from Texas Motor Speedway. Matt Brewer, one final time. Matt Brewer will bring it in. Matt Brewer wins at Texas. Let him have his victory moment from No Limits, Texas. Oh, there it goes. Engine just went out. That's how you know you burn it down. So, let's actually pull up, if I can get there. Let's pull up well, there's no one in here. Oh, I kid. Alright, let's talk to your race winner. Matt, this is Adam up at the broadcast booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I gotcha.
Well, man, you were pretty dominant the whole race. There was really nothing to look back at. I know you were probably a little bit nervous there when the guys had an altered strategy compared to the one that you were on. But overall, great race. Put us through your night as a whole.
Well, to be quite honest with you, I was pretty confident for about the first 100 or so laps, and then I did start to see that second strategy come in, and then considering staying out, kind of playing it by ear, and then tires just went out of nowhere, so I'm like, nope, I'm gonna pit now, and it worked out.
Yeah, I was watching. I think you pitted about 49 laps on that stint, and then I actually looked at what Ryan Depew and all of them did. They were running like 53 laps, so it was only like 4 more laps, and you can actually see the tires completely coming apart live on stream. So that was pretty cool to see, but it did alter your strategy.
Yeah. Yeah, those tires were horrible.
Yeah.
The right front had no turn-in, so.
Well, I mean, it didn't help the track temp. It was like 141 degrees the majority of the race.
Oh, yeah. It was hot.
Yeah, so it was super slick. Was the handling any different when Garrett did put this in the middle of the day, in the middle of summer in the state of Texas?
I wouldn't say it was handling. I mean, I was messing with, my weight jacker and my roll bar a lot more than I was last season when we ran here at night, but I'd say it was pretty similar. It's just turn 1 and turn 2, you're having to lift off so much even when you're in clean air.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we saw that a lot last year, the dirty air, wash up, and all that stuff. And it also looked like y'all were running a little bit higher, maybe, than normal. I think a lot of times y'all like to hug the bottom, but I saw multiple cars today. I don't know if it was just trying to save tires a little bit, but a lot of people were running that second groove.
Yeah, running up high through 1 and 2, you're just saving that little bit more, which can play off in the long run. I didn't really get to see it play off, but it works from time to time.
Absolutely, man. Well, congratulations on your win. Anybody you want to thank today?
My teammates once again, because I know Brian likes to say he's going to win at all the ovals, and sorry, Brian, I had to do it.
Yeah, he had a good run as well. Just unfortunately, the strategy of the other two took away his podium finish. But hey, great race, good points night for you. Congratulations yet again, and enjoy your win.
Awesome, thank you.
Absolutely. That was your race winner. Now we're going to bring up the 12 of Taylor Woods. Taylor's Adam at the broadcast booth. You got a copy?
Yep.
Hey, man, P2. Can't complain.
Yeah, I'm very happy with that.
Yeah, so you altered your strategy about halfway through the race after that caution came out. What made you decide, hey, I'm going to change it?
Well, I started with, I fell back a few spots off the start. And I figured my only option at that point is 2 stops, since I knew my 2 teammates were going to be going with the 3. I figured I'd go off strategy from them and see what happens.
Yeah, and it actually worked out really well because, you were a little bit further back in the pack and you put yourself in a really good position. And just like I was just now, I was speaking to your race winner, and he was like, yeah, I was really scared there for a while. I didn't know if I was going to catch up, but the fresher tires did prevail, unfortunately, at the end for you. But it was a great strategy move to go ahead and do that, and you put yourself in a great position. So well done, sir.
Thank you.
Overall, how was your race other than the strategy that we talked about?
That last stint was, the last 10, 15 laps are very sketchy on those tires.
Yeah.
Other than that, tire wear was so bad.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I understand, man. I was watching. I actually looked at Ryan Depu's tires at one point, and you can see him, the thread actually coming apart on him after about 50. I think he ran 52 laps, and you could see the tread coming apart. I was like, holy crap. So, Well, hey man, congratulations on your second place podium finish. Anybody you want to thank?
Mainly Garrett for running this league.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun to be in it.
Absolutely. Well, hey man, congratulations on your P2. Good points tonight. Go enjoy it.
I will. Thank you.
And let's bring up your third place finisher. Brian Depew, this is Adam at the broadcast booth. You got a copy?
Hey, Adam.
Well, you talked about strategy before the race when I was talking to you down there in Orange Speed Racing, and you put it to work, and it worked out well for you.
Yeah, that was fun. I like the strategy races, and I was, I was surprised actually with qualifying. I did not really practice in qualifying trim, and I just thought, what the heck. I just figured I'd be running in the back, being conservative, just waiting for the race to come to me, and qualified 5th. So I thought, okay, take advantage of this. So I got my track position, and then that caution actually worked out just fine. That short stint at the front was I was planning on having that be the last stint. I wanted to do a two-stopper, so didn't know if I could because those tires were bad.
Yeah, I was noticing they all pitted about, I don't know, 48 laps on that stint after that caution, and you pitted like, I don't know, what, 53 laps or something after that stint. You could see the tread coming apart on your tire right before you pitted. You could see it on the stream, so if you go back and watch it, absolutely, you can see it coming apart. I'm like, holy cow. So you made it stay out there, so then I was like, heck, he might be able to win this thing, but unfortunately the fresher tires, he was able to catch back up and take the victory still, but one hell of a race.
Thanks. Yeah, it was a lot of fun to do, and I pit probably 2 laps too late in order to pull off a better finish, but really happy with the podium. Really enjoyed that race. Thought everybody did a good job, and once again, just it's a lot of fun to be part of a multi-car team. So for anybody else out there that's thinking about it, yeah, definitely find a team, start a team, whatever. It's a great thing. Be part of Orange Speed Racing.
Absolutely. Hey man, you wanna thank anybody out there?
Teammates for sure. Thank you for the string of good broadcasts that you put together for us. Looking forward to more exciting news with you sometime soon, I hope.
Yep.
But yeah, nice job. Thanks, Adam.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations on third. Great pit strategy. Go enjoy your night, sir.
All right. Take care.
And let's bring up that race admin. See what he's got to say about it. Hey, G-Rat, you there?
Hang on. I got it.
I'm hanging.
Are you live?
Yep.
Okay. What's up?
Well, that was a slick sucker, eh? 141 degree track temp.
That's what it ended at?
That's the highest I
Wow.
saw, and it ended up going back down to
My last pit stop, the tires were at 8%. I took them off.
I wonder what Ryan's are at, dude. You could see it coming apart live. You could see the lines in it. I'm like, he needs to pit. But yeah, it was hot. You knew that was gonna happen.
It was good, man. That one caution in Texas is good.
It is. Yeah, it made everybody have to start looking at strategies. And I thought Ryan Depew and Taylor had it done. I was like, these guys are gonna win this sucker. But it's just two was so dominant. He obviously was gonna win that thing. How was your night though?
Yeah.
I mean, I saw quite a bit with you racing.
I got my I didn't get my damage fixed through 2 stops, and that kind of hosed me because I just couldn't get any speed.
Yeah.
But it's all right. We'll rebound, and yeah, going into 3 weeks of road courses. So maybe my only saving grace is gonna be bonus points I can collect over the next couple weeks.
Hey, I did throw the standings into the broadcast. If people want to click on that, look at it. It's obviously not updated right this second, but
Cool.
going
it is
in
now. Yeah. It is now updated.
now it is. So if you click on it, you refresh it, it should be updated. I can actually send the link to that. You already send it in the Discord?
It's in the Discord, yeah.
Gotta find. Where?
It's in the standings page.
No, it ain't. The latest one
Oh.
on there is June 2nd, 2022.
Yeah, click on that. It takes you right to it.
Oh, well, hell, looky there. Control C. Control V. Just copy that link in the... Well, actually, you just click on it, and it'll show you all active.
Ah, I forgot. You are, You're done. You're done, bud.
I am done, bud. I like how I figured all this crap out, 4 weeks
Well,
later, but...
if people are watching right now, there's an offer on the table that I don't want to announce until you decide.
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
It's tempting, I know.
It is extremely tempting. Then you have
Might
our
as well-
ding-dong friends come into this chat and start messing with me. If you had to guess one friend that came in the chat was messing with me, make a guess.
Nick.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, ding, ding, ding. Jackson came through. Asked a question. I had to answer that. That was nice.
Cool.
But yeah, man, I think that's going to wrap it up for me. I ain't got nothing else to add unless you got anything.
No, man, thanks.
Absolutely. All right, guys. That's going to wrap it up from No Limits, Texas, where we had a scorcher of a race. It was hot. And I live here, and I can tell you it is hot. So it makes sense that the track temp was up to 141.
Yep.
Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Until I see you again, maybe. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. Y'all have a great night.